Every year, I get messages into the hotel inspector inbox.
Oh, my God.
But this year, there are unprecedented numbers.
Wish I was staying in one of the holiday parks.
From businesses of all sorts up and down the land.
It's an awful job, really, when you look at it.
People are more desperate than they've ever been before. You don't have a pension. You don't have savings.
No.
Spiralling costs. That's an extra 70k a year that you need to find.
Yeah.
Staff shortages.
You look knackered.
I do up to about 100 hours a week.
She's pushing me to the edge.
Impossible guests.
Woman's been awful. She's told us to shut up.
These businesses are telling me that they're facing imminent closure.
You have got to make hay while the sun shines.
We don't want to lose this.
Everything from hotels and B&Bs. What fresh hell is this? To glamping and camping sites.
So far, so unexceptional.
High street boozers.
Oh, my God in heaven.
And roadside cafes.
There's a sweet odour of horse manure.
For many of these businesses, it's just too late. You've got 5 months.
Yes.
It's a really terrifying situation to be in.
Everything's at stake. It's our last chance.
But there are some that I believe I can rescue. This time, I'm returning to the Westward Ho,
I can see loo paper shoved in the corner of a window.
where a B&B owner and his management team were at loggerheads.
I turned round and said, I apologise.
No, you didn't. You said that and walked out the door.
Guys, please. 5 years on, I'm returning to see if this seaside hotel has managed to turn the tide.
Occupancy has skyrocketed.
If I was going to mark him, it would be pretty high for effort.
But will John's newfound confidence as a hotelier also be his undoing?
This is pretty much the worst state of any hotel that I've ever been into in this job. I mean, I'm so glad this is not my project.
It's exciting.
Really, John, you are a loon.
When I arrived in 2018, this hotel was plagued with some of the worst reviews I'd ever seen. Turned up to see scruffy man sprawled on steps. This, it turned out, was the manager. And that manager is 21-year-old Lloyd.
When I was younger, I didn't think I'd be a hotel manager, that's for sure. I thought, I don't really know, to be honest. I come from Papa John's working as a pizza delivery driver.
Alongside his childhood sweetheart, 20-year-old Danielle.
Lloyd, this mirror's really wonky and wobbly.
Yeah, report it to the maintenance man.
The inexperienced couple had been live-in managers at the Westward Ho for nearly a year.
Well, we live on the ground floor, so it's a 24/7 job, like 7 days a week. We have no staff, so every duty is basically our duty. So I do.
I'll do it, because you don't do it like me.
I'm not a big fan of cleaning, so if I can get away with it, sometimes I will.
Step back from the ladies' work.
Lloyd, he is lazy. If he doesn't have to do something, he won't do it.
Overseeing the novice hoteliers is owner John.
So I employ Danielle and Lloyd as manager and manageress of the hotel to deal with the day-to-day running. And I still do the administration myself. I still take the bookings. I manage the website.
12 months before, John gave Lloyd the chance to step up.
It was an opportunity, and I didn't know how it was going to pan out.
But John's decision to promote Lloyd was clearly a gamble.
Well, it was connected.
See that option there, look?
It's now not working.
We have been at loggerheads, and every conversation seems to be an argument.
Based over 80 miles away in Essex, John doesn't always see the daily goings-on at the hotel.
When I first came to Folkestone to meet John, I found a hotel in chaos. He'd hired a very inexperienced team. The decor was tired and out of date. There was an awful smell in the breakfast room. I felt that John deserved his terrible reviews.
John had taken out a £15,000 loan for repairs, but the Westward Ho was struggling to make a profit.
Westward Ho. Anybody would turn around and say, why don't you just sell it, pay your mortgage off? I wouldn't be involved in this after 16 years if I didn't think it had potential. At this stage, I need another set of eyes and ears telling me that you're doing this right.
I felt really sorry for him. He'd inherited a hotel in decline, and it certainly hadn't been his dream. And quite honestly, he just didn't seem to be able to cope with many of the problems.
And so in 2018, I decided to take a visit to the Westward Ho unannounced. Now, oh, Westward Ho. But I'm not sure if this was a good idea. Just the sign, how dirty everything is. I mean, it just feels very unloved. Judging by the reviews and my first impression, I'm dreading what I'm about to find.
Hi. Hello.
I'm Alex. I'm coming to
Danielle.
stay the night.
Nice to meet you. What, you staying tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
You're more enthusiastic than I am about this.
Hello,
I'm
my name's
Alex.
Lloyd. I'm the manager here at the Westward Ho Hotel.
Very nice to meet you. You've got terrible presence. I mean, I've never, ever had to stay at a hotel that had 51% terrible reviews. So quite honestly, I can't tell you I'm looking forward to staying here.
When we jumped into it, the building was nowhere near ready to accept any guests
Yeah.
of any type.
None.
We had no preparation.
Nothing. Rooms hadn't been
And
sorted.
have you been given any training about what the hell to do?
No.
You look very young to be a manager. How old are you?
I'm 21.
I mean, this is definitely a job for someone with energy and
Yeah.
enthusiasm. So youth ought to be on your side. For your lack of experience might be telling on you.
100%.
OK, so look, let's go up to my room.
Would you like me to show you
Yes,
up?
please,
If you'd like
darling,
to
and I'll
follow
see you
me.
in a bit.
Yeah, see you
Thank you.
soon.
Thanks, Danielle.
If you would like to follow me.
Thank you. Priced on average at £90 per night, this family room can sleep up to 5.
Just through here.
Well, I've got plenty of beds to choose
Yes, you
from.
can pick
Thank
whatever one
you.
you'd like.
Before we do anything else, and before I decide if I'm going to stay, is there a mattress protector?
There is a mattress protector. You can check all of them. Sure, it's the waterproof ones as well. On the other side, it's got the plastic.
Oh, God. Well, I haven't peed the bed for a while, so... Keys?
The keys, one's for the main door, one's for your bedroom
Thanks,
door.
darling.
All right?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alex turning up was quite a big surprise. I knew something was going on, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
Happy?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. I mean, honestly, you know, this is a room to inspire passion in any hot-blooded female. I mean, even from here, I can see what looks like loo paper shoved in the corner of a window.
I just would like to know what she thinks and how she thinks we can improve. I'm nervous, but I'm also excited to hear her feedback.
Immediately, you see that Danielle and Lloyd are out of their depths, A, not trained, B, well-meaning, but, you know, fairly ignorant in hospitality terms. I'm finding it hard to understand what John was thinking, employing 2 inexperienced youngsters to run his hotel. Literally, I'm kind of speechless. I slept all right. I can't really complain. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm at the Westward Ho in Folkestone, where young managers Lloyd and Danielle...
Oh, I feel like a big kid when it snows. I was like, oh, I want to get out there.
...are in charge of a hotel with the worst reviews that I've ever seen.
Instead of just telling us about that one thing that we could sort out, they'll decide they don't like anything. So when they write their review, there's everything they don't like on there.
Yeah.
I find the setup completely bizarre. I'm dying to meet John because, you know, it seems to me that he's kind of abnegated any responsibility for this hotel. And he's given Danielle and Lloyd no professional development. But first, I want to check out the breakfast. Tell you what, the smell at this hour in the morning is literally enough to turn my stomach. I mean, it is fetid. Well, look at the glories that await me. Cereal. And let's have a look at what these delights are. A croissant filled with cocoa cream. This is my daughter's idea of heaven. Mine somewhat less.
considering the lack of decent coffee and the lack of anything that I consider to be edible, I might go out for breakfast.
But before I do, I feel the need to seek out manager Lloyd.
Hi.
You're right.
I'm all right, how are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
I'm just trying to think about what I need to do to professionally develop you.
Yeah.
You need a lot more training. For
Most
example,
definitely.
it's very quiet in the morning. Why don't you go down to the breakfast room? Why don't you be a bit more present there? So I'm not saying that you're lazy.
I'm not trying to make excuses for nothing because I can improve on a lot, but this is why we need the help. We just need training in specific areas. Because I personally haven't been to many hotels in my life, so I haven't really experienced that side of things. And to be
I
able to...
understand that. Well, I'm going to try and do that. But this is an opportunity for you and Danielle.
This is why...
Wait,
Sorry,
let
I don't
me
mean to
finish,
interrupt.
please. This is an opportunity because you're young and energetic, and I'm going to be able to teach you easily. OK.
Thank you.
Pleasure, darling.
The more I learn, the more baffled I become. It's time to talk to the organ grinder. I mean, I'm just longing to meet John. He's the missing part of the puzzle, and until I meet him, I don't think I get the full picture.
Hi, you must be John.
I am.
I'm Alex Polizzi. So nice to meet you. So, tell me what on earth makes you want to run this hotel and what your vision is for it.
I believe that there's a future in it, and I would like to develop it to its full potential.
What do you put all the bad reviews down to? I mean, I've never stayed somewhere where there's 51% terrible reviews before.
Well, you know, whilst I accept that, you know, that there are bad reviews, a lot of people have false expectations of what to get from a budget hotel place. Well, that's not fair. But, you know, I accept that the reviews are not good enough.
And do you have any background in hotels or hospitality or anything like that?
Not in hotels, no.
And neither did Danielle and Lloyd.
No, that's true.
So who's telling who what to do and how to do it?
I'm telling you whether it's this or not is another matter, but...
I'm interested because you've taken on this young couple to do whatever. I'm not going to call them managers because I think that's overstating their roles, to tell you the truth. But you've put these custodians in charge of your building and then you haven't given them any skills. You know, I feel like they need to be trained and they need to be upskilled. And I'm afraid telling people things when they don't know how to do them is not really enough.
I've known Lloyd for a number of years and he's familiar with that property and he watched and helped his uncle who used to run the property. I'm sure he has the knowledge to know what he should be doing.
OK.
I'm still not convinced why John made Lloyd and Danielle managers, but seeing as he has, if he's not going to train them, then I'll have to. So I've come up with a plan.
So you've got everything, passports, purse, keys?
Yep, just walk, just
Let's go.
walk.
See you later.
Bye. Bonjour.
To the Hotel Metropole. So can I help you?
We've got a reservation.
Yes, your name is?
It's Lloyd.
Yes, welcome to the Hotel Metropole. Follow me, please.
With rooms from £60 a night, this clean, crisp interior is complemented with exemplary customer service.
So this is your room. S'il vous
Very
plaît.
nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
I hope that Lloyd and Danielle are paying attention. They need to learn lessons in both substance and style.
Nice and high.
Oh, it's lovely.
Smart,
nice.
tidy, well presented.
I'm expecting their first night in a hotel together to leave them refreshed and ready to get to work in the morning.
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 Good morning.
This is a bit nicer than your dank little basement, isn't it?
Just a smidge.
How was your night?
Very nice. Beds were very comfortable.
I mean, that's what you get here. And it's nice. Look at the breakfast. See
I know,
what
I
the
really
idea is.
like
Yeah, that's really good selection.
Stand up. It looks very nice.
It does.
Again, presentation is really a big part of it. So, what I want you to note here are how clever this is. This is a very plain room. They've chosen one primary colour and they've accented it. So there's the yellow there, there's a yellow in the picture, there's a yellow in the chair.
Yes.
Now, the bigger problem that you guys have is I do think you've got to stop being glorified cleaners and try and have a bit of a longer-term strategy. What I'm saying is I really understand that this is not all in your hands, but you've got to grow up a bit. You can actually make your jobs more interesting.
It's really challenging with John. He doesn't like anything that Lloyd says, and John's answer is get on with the cleaning because that is your job. And
Well,
he does not like to take any suggestions from us.
It's obvious that there needs to be better communication and clearly defined job roles for any improvements to take place at the Westward Ho. Just over an hour later, we're back in Blighty and brimming with ideas to share with John. Comparatively, the standard double room in the Metropole costs on average £10 less than a standard double room in the Westward Ho. Here, the room costs more and delivers far less.
Right, so this room was obviously slept in last night, and it's a room I slept in. I don't mean to be brutal, but this for me would be a hotel of last resort. You know, you come here because it's cheap. You don't come here because it's nice. You know, you've got 4 beds, all with different headboards, a desk with no chair. You've got no chair anywhere in the building. You've got lots of other big, hefty furniture, none of which is that useful because actually most people only stay one night. So what I'm suggesting is that I should do this room and this bathroom for you, but I do not want you to expect miracles. And you guys, I think it's very important that you guys work together and work out the parameters of your relationship a bit better. Yeah?
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
There, end of the lesson. OK? I'm not even sure still who's in charge of this place. John's trying to pull the strings from afar. I think Danielle and Lloyd are doing the best they can. They want to do better. They want to know more. And I don't think John is necessarily the person to do that for them. Hopefully, I can help a bit.
I'm excited to see what she's going to do for us and excited to see what we can do. And we all want the same outcome, so that is a positive thing.
But as soon as my back is turned, there's a bolt out of the blue.
I put in my resignation to resign as the manager because I'm no longer happy with the way it's been running, no longer happy with the lack of respect we are receiving, and it's not working out at the moment.
And we have tried our hardest.
Yeah, we've put in 100%, do you know what I mean?
It makes me feel really frustrated, the situation. I've got no idea how this is going to end up or whether Danielle and Lloyd are going to stay on board, whether they're going to go on being involved with the Westward Ho or not. You know, there's some bridges to build. So I've organised for everyone to meet.
I'm incredibly nervous about today, and I'm just not sure that Humpty Dumpty can be put back together again at this point.
To hopefully try and salvage this fractured relationship.
I think it's clear that there's been both a breakdown in the relationship and a serious breakdown in communication. I would hope that at the end of this conversation, everyone gets a chance to say their bit, and then one way or the other, we come to a resolution.
Well, obviously, we've had time to think about it. I don't feel that it's beneficial for us anymore to be in the position we was.
It is constant and it's tiring and draining, and if the business needs success, it's not going to with these two.
John?
Well, I think where Lloyd and I differ is that when you do something wrong, you put your hands up to it and you apologise.
No, that is totally nonsense.
So what you're saying is that you behave perfectly, you never make mistakes, and you never apologise.
No
you
one's
apologise for them,
perfect.
do you?
No
you
one's
apologise
perfect.
for them, do
I've
you?
apologised on many occasions when I am in the wrong.
What we're trying to work out is, you know, is there an end? If there's an end to this relationship, it doesn't matter what's happened before.
Well, when spoken words, in the manner that was spoken to me on that Sunday, Any kind of reconciliation has to start with an apology. I never called anybody an FFC.
I turned round and said, I apologise, whereas you thought
No,
I said
you didn't. You said that and walked out the door, you liar.
He's talking about after when you called him a
Yeah.
I do think you should apologise for calling him that.
Well, I am sorry. I shouldn't have said it. It did get a lot heated and we was both swearing at each other.
OK, so is that an apology?
Not really, is it?
I want to try and leave on a good terms. I know it's difficult, but it's obviously if we can achieve that, then that's a plus for me, and then I can move on in life and start a new chapter, so...
Well, we all need to move on, absolutely, and I would be more than happy for it to be in some kind of an amicable way, but I won't be shaking anybody's hand.
OK. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Danielle. Bye, darling.
See you later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thank you for your help.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Adios, guys.
See you later.
That definitely was not how I wanted it to end. I think you didn't handle that particularly well. Someone has got to be the better man, and I was hoping it was going to be you.
We'll start from this corner over here and work our way round through that cladding.
It's a new beginning for the Westward Ho, and John has wasted no time making changes. He's decided to revamp the dining room.
The problem is it's a working room, so we need to try and minimise the impact as much as we can.
And he's appointed a new manager, his daughter, Kimberly.
Hi.
Hello.
Kimberly, I'm Alex.
Hello,
Can
Alex.
I come in?
Yes, of course you can, yeah.
Thanks.
She has good experience in hospitality, so she's well suited to this kind of role, but it is being thrown in at the deep end.
Is this where you're staying?
It is at the moment, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, got everything going on.
How do you feel about moving here?
I'm quite excited. Yeah,
Are you?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I've worked in customer service for over 8 years, so yeah, I feel like I've got a good ground there.
You know, I think this place needs a lot of... still, I know your dad's invested a lot, but it still needs a lot more investment.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that they're doing the breakfast room. I personally would like you to look at breakfast before you do anything else, because I think that's not very impressive. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you'll like what I do next door. And,
I'm looking forward to seeing it, yeah.
And, well, I mean, I'm now going to be working with you.
Thanks.
It's been a turbulent few days, and I'm leaving with mixed feelings. Kimberly seems willing, and I hope she proves to be the right person for the job.
So, room C. We need to check the soap as well.
In 2 weeks since Kimberly was appointed as manager of the Westward Ho, and she's wasting no time getting stuck in.
Vanity light working. Yep.
She's even roped in partner Jack to help.
No, I think we're up for the challenge.
Yeah, definitely 100%.
With the help of his daughter, John seems to have solved his management problem, but his work in the dining room has created another one. A big damp issue, which is likely the source cause of the terrible smell, has left the B&B with no breakfast room and a big refurb project. My design team, however, have been busy transforming the family bedroom, turning what was once a bland and dispiriting offering into a bright and modern family space. With my makeover now complete, I'm back in a bid to battle the bad reviews.
Hi.
Hi, Alex, how are you?
How are you? Bloody hell, you've been a bit up against it down there.
It's been not a very smooth journey.
Anyway, I thought after last time, I've decided to get a family in to road test that room. Hopefully get some positive feedback. They're coming over from France.
Is it tonight?
Tonight.
Wow, OK.
No time to let the grass grow under our feet, and I think it would be nice at this point to feel as if we're on the right path at last. And I've never seen you with customers, so it gives me a chance to observe you in your new role. Yeah?
Yep.
OK. Perfect. I mean, he clearly completely trusts Kimberly. And I think that's the huge advantage, isn't it, to working with your family when it works.
With the business now running more harmoniously, I've invited a French family to road test the rooms.
So I am hidden away in the downstairs room, and I have this set up so that I can watch what Kimberly's customer service is like. Here they come.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good evening. Thank you. Fine. Thank you.
Good. Was your journey good here?
Yeah.
You're out of the rain now. Unfortunately,
Yeah, it's
caught
a
the very
shame.
British weather.
Oh, yeah.
What she has done that's very nice is come out and talk to them outside the little office booth.
I'll show you up to your room now. You're on the first floor.
So Kimberly's being really charming. Really good start.
It's warm. Oh, nice. Oh, lovely. Oh, look at the view.
You can sometimes see over to France on a clear day.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes. I love it.
This is where we are, the town.
I did this test because I was worried that John had thrown Kimberly in at the deep end, but she seems to be passing with flying colours.
Just to remind you, that's your room key just there, number 2.
Okay.
Very charming, very engaging.
It looks comfortable.
That went really well.
Good.
Seemed to me. So I'm going to come in and see you over breakfast. Then I get a chance to chat to them. Hopefully all goes well. Have a good evening.
Thank you. And you. What am I missing? Just fruit.
Morning, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So is this for our French family?
It is, yeah.
Good. So what pastries do you give them?
We have some pain au chocolat and
Not simple.
no, not packets.
Exhibit
no.
A, my lord. Is there a big difference in price?
No, I think
They work out
may
cheaper.
even be cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cheaper.
Oh, well, honestly, you've transformed breakfast in one fell swoop.
Good morning.
Morning.
And without a dining room, breakfast trays are a great idea.
We put it over here.
Okay, great.
Great. I'll see you in a
Thank you.
moment. That's all right. You're welcome.
Enjoy, thank you.
She handled breakfast quite well. She's upgraded breakfast considerably. All in all, I think, you know, things are looking really positive.
With a history of so many terrible online reviews, it's vital my French guests have a positive customer experience.
Morning, how are you?
Fine.
Yes? Did you sleep well? Yeah?
Yeah, we all had a very good night. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the beds are very comfortable. I love it.
What did you think of the price, £80 for the night?
It's good value for money. Yeah, I think we'll come again.
Good, I'm so pleased that you liked it. I really am.
This is a ringing endorsement for what we've managed to achieve. It's been a turbulent journey for John, but I hope he now feels that a family-run business is the way forward.
There must have been times when you've been tempted to sell the Westward home, have there?
Definitely, but, you know, every time I come back here, I have a lot of memories of Folkestone. To part with them would be hard. Kimberly's ambitious to develop it and take it forward, and that legacy is something that I hope she'll pass on to the next generation as well.
I think the Westward Ho has become what it should always have been, which was a family business.
Absolutely.
To have it as something that was handed on through the generations.
The experience has been inspiring. We're going in the right direction now, and hopefully onwards and upwards.
I'm leaving the Westward Ho in a happier place than I found it. You know, John seems happier, Kimberly seems really chilled, and I think if anyone's going to make it work, it'll be them.
Westward Ho. Can I take the name on the booking, please?
So I am back in Folkestone after 5 years.
That's for next Thursday, the 31st.
When I left John and Kimberly, there seemed to be hope on the horizon. They had a renewed liking and understanding of the business.
Since Alex came here 5 years ago, occupancy has gone from around about 70 to 80% to this year nearly enough 95, which is really positive for us. It's going to be on there, is that all right? Yeah. Not looking for a pat on the back, but I think she'll hopefully see that we've taken all her ideas on board. There we go. Everyone thinks she's my wife.
With business booming, John purchased another hotel, the Portland, in 2019, a 10-bedroom B&B located just 500 yards from the Westward Ho.
It is a lot of stress, it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of sacrifice.
Despite expanding their budget B&B empire, guest feedback at the Westward Ho is still very mixed.
I have had a look at some of the recent reviews, and although some are better, some are still terrible.
Sometimes guests are disappointed with the breakfast offering. Maybe this time Alex could give us some advice and make sure that we're addressing all the issues.
And John just cannot help himself answering those reviews.
Sometimes my dad responds to reviews. I feel like he does need to rein it in a bit. However justified his reply to them is, you should keep it professional.
I just don't think they're reasonable, really. Can't help myself sometimes.
John has taken a huge risk expanding to 2 hotels. I hope I can help steer him in the right direction before he plunges everything he has into yet another.
It looks considerably smarter than last time I was here, so I'm quite excited to see what, if anything, has changed inside. Morning all! Hello, hi.
Hi, Alex.
Hello, how are you?
Very nice to see you.
It's nice to see you've done a paint job on the outside.
I hope you noticed my sign.
It's hard to miss the galleon. You're very pleased with it.
I'm very pleased with it, yeah, very proud of it.
So what is there to see, and what am I going to think? Am I going to be pleased or pissed off?
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, good. That will make a nice change. Great, darling. Can I have a look at some rooms?
Well, let's see the room that you made over first, and then I'll show you a couple other rooms.
OK, I'm hoping you haven't messed that around.
Not too much.
Good. Let's see. Lead on, Macduff.
I'm hoping John has managed to keep my room shipshape.
So here we are.
OK, well, the paint job looks great. Why does the headboard no longer match?
Unfortunately, it collapsed.
But I'm very pleased with the windows, darling. Well done. You can actually open them now.
No toilet paper either, stuff down the top of it.
I mean, it's pretty immaculate in here, darling. It looks great. Is it a popular room?
It's the most popular room, definitely.
Is it?
Absolutely.
What do you sell this for a night?
In the peak season, this time of year, it's about £145 a night.
Having previously dropped his room prices to as low as £20 to fend off the competition, John has now been able to increase his room rates without compromising on occupancy.
That's great, darling. It's worn quite well, hasn't it? Well done.
With rooms at the B&B almost fully booked during the summer.
All in all, I'm not unhappy.
I'm pleased to hear that. I'm very relieved as well.
I'm pleased to be able to say it.
But have John and Kimberly managed to copy my blueprint with the other rooms?
Well, this isn't quite so immaculate. I mean, it's got some elements that don't really fit with it, like that desk with the hanger and the chair. You know, one is modern, one is definitely past its sell-by date. But on the other hand, if I was going to mark him, it would be pretty high for effort.
And downstairs, having fixed their damp problem, the Westward Ho now has an operational space for guests to eat breakfast.
Gosh, you actually have a functioning breakfast room. This is a nice surprise, as is this, who I take as the newest member of the hotel dynasty.
He is indeed. This is Axel.
Oh, lovely. Well, I have to say, in general, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, please get rid of those blinds, please. The office blinds. What have you got against a roller, for God's sake?
We're getting to it.
I know you're constantly investing, and it shows.
Good to hear.
You've got very high occupancy, right?
It's pretty consistent.
It's great. And what kind of room prices are you getting?
So for the family rooms in the high season, we're getting around about £140, £145. We also, for the double rooms, probably around about 75, 80.
It's great.
John has increased room rates by around 20%. Between the two hotels, the family have managed to turn over £500,000 in 2022. Not too shabby in the current climate.
So what next?
A new hotel, I guess. More rooms, more fun and games.
Is there one on the horizon?
There's already one in progress.
My gosh.
We took over the Windsor, which is next to the Portland, a couple of months ago, and it's something to behold.
Is it in a terrible state then?
Well, let me show you an article that's been put in the newspapers recently.
Ooh, even if you're desperate, think twice before staying the night here. The sign in the lift hanging on one of its walls. This lift is not a toilet.
You have to look at it from the point of view of potential.
Folkestone's new hotel magnate. Unwilling magnate. Can't wait to see how bad it is. Is this going to be my worst hotel yet? Dun, dun, dun. Please tell me that that is not the Windsor.
That is the Windsor.
I've returned to Folkestone to find hotelier John with not 2, but 3 hotels to his name.
All right, after you.
Here we go.
I'm not touching anything, so doors are up to you.
Brace yourself.
John, darling, it's like you're the patron saint of lost hotels. I mean, when was its heyday?
Possibly the 60s.
I would say 10 years before that.
With over 2 million passenger vehicles travelling across the Channel from Folkestone each year.
Oh my God, the PP lift. Okay.
John hopes to capitalise on this market by transforming this hotel into self-catered accommodation for transiting holidaymakers.
Thank you.
This way.
Why, thank you.
John paid just $200,000 for this building, but I can see already it could cost him several times that to get it close to operational.
All right, show me the horror. Oh my lordy, lordy, lordy.
Needs a little bit of work.
Gosh, darling, it's going to take a few pennies to put this right, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are you budgeting?
For this room on its own, probably at least £7,000 or £8,000, I would think, to get it right.
I really don't know what to say. I mean, I'm so glad this is not my project.
It's exciting.
Really, John, you are a loon.
The idea is to have a bedroom, a bathroom and a kitchen for each of the units.
Yeah.
So that they have self-catering facilities.
Do you think there's a call for that?
I think there is, yeah. So an enormous amount of traffic goes to Euro Disney through here.
Yeah.
So they'll stay maybe one night and then they're on their way.
For a one-night stay, I wouldn't put a kitchenette in.
No?
Well, because think of the hassle of getting the stuff that you need to cook in a kitchenette for one night stay when you're going to get on the ferry or the train, you know, whatever, the next morning. By the time you've bought yourself a pint of milk and some bread and then you've got a kitchen to clean up after every time someone leaves as well. Kitchens are expensive to put in and expensive to clean.
That's true.
It's a lot more costs and a lot more work for a lot less profit. Also, you could get a lot more bedrooms then, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's true.
And bedrooms, as we know, is where the money is. You're the budget hotel in Folkestone, man. And it's a title you should be proud of. I would urge you to rethink that plan.
OK.
Without the kitchenettes, John did 2 ensuite rooms rather than the 18 he has planned, increasing potential turnover by almost 25%.
Lord. So what, in a year's time I'm going to come here and it's all going to be done, is it?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll make you stay in here.
So, if it's all right with you, I'm going to head back to Westward Ho.
OK.
This is pretty much the worst state of any hotel that I've ever been into in this job. I mean, what is the man thinking? You know, he's finally got quite a nice little property with Westward Ho. And he's got the Portland. And then he's got this crack den here. Anyway, my conscience is clear because I have done him a massive favour just by telling him not to put the kitchenettes in. You know, once again, Alex Polizzi rides to the rescue. What can I say?
With one future crisis hopefully averted, I'm heading back to meet Kimberly at Westward Ho.
Hiya.
Hi, darling.
They might have fixed the damp problem and got rid of that awful smell in the breakfast room, but it is still a tired and underwhelming space and is the source of many of the bad reviews. So, my darling, this is a budget hotel and you include breakfast, but that doesn't mean it can't look a bit nicer. Tablecloth, all cotton. I have spent just £300 on some new tableware and accessories to dress each table, which will transform the look of this space. Cheap as chips, so nothing that you're going to say, Alex, do you think we're made of money? It's no more complicated than it was. It just somehow looks a little bit more chic.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like us next to work on the buffet. One of these for the pastries and one of these for the cold meats.
Yeah, perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's just amazing what a difference slightly different setup makes. I hate those things. Would you hate it if I put the cereals in these?
No.
I'm allowed. They're really functional, these things, but they don't look smart. And I think people are often fooled into thinking things are nicer than they are, just by the way they're presented. And you must stop your father answering reviews. Because I know how annoying it is, but you never win.
That's right.
You know, that's the problem with a keyboard warrior. What do you think?
I think it looks great.
Yeah?
Yeah, modern, fresh.
Oh, good, I'm
good.
so pleased. There we go, et voila. I'm hoping that that will turn the tide of your breakfast reviews.
Yeah.
Let's see what your dad thinks, shall we? John! Come in, my dear, look. Look a bit
wow.
Look a bit nicer.
That's lovely.
Good.
Very good.
All we've done is change the look of it. And hopefully that will make people appreciate it a bit more. You know, I read your reviews. You're always going to get the mono-groaners. But my advice to you is if there is something that you think is a valid criticism, do something about it. But don't reply. They can't expect the earth, the moon and the stars, but the mattress has got to be good. And just keep an eye on the breakfast reviews, because it's not hard to tweak things.
Fantastic, thank you.
Thanks, darling.
No problem. Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you. Bye, darling.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
OK.
Take care.
It's been good to see Alex again. I'm glad she's cast her eye over the design of the breakfast room. Looks great.
It has been lovely to be back here and to see John and Kimberly still in situ and seemingly enjoying it more than ever. It seems that the plans for expansion have not finished yet, but I just hope that John is going to take my advice about not doing self-catering at the Windsor.
Alex, she's given me lots of advice and pointed me in the right direction in a number of different areas, so I'm looking forward to putting that into practice.
A hotel inspector is back next Thursday at 9. And check into the places that might leave even Alex Polizzi lost for words. The world's most expensive hotels is streaming now on My5. One of the greatest feats of engineering in the world, Rob Bell explores the Hoover Dam, building the impossible, brand new tomorrow at 9. True crime next tonight in Rose West, Making of a Monster.